up the phone, I let out a sigh. Mike was a gentleman. He even had the distinguished look with a little bit of salt in his hair. Handsome, polite, and somehow I couldn't help flirting with him. Just a little. Perhaps it was because he saw me as a person, not just a pussy. Or maybe it was just that Mike Deacon made me swoon. I didn't normally swoon over men. "Ivy, where are the financial reports for last quarter?" Dante yelled from his office. I was tempted to ignore him, to continue working until he noticed the file sitting in front of him. Then again, I was fairly certain he'd been distracted by an intern hiding under his desk when I set it down. "Ivy!" With a sigh, I grabbed my laptop and a notebook. "Have you checked your desk?" I asked as I walked in. His eyes narrowed, then down to his desk and the file. No sorry or thanks. Never. Always expectation. "The numbers aren't great," I said as I sat in a chair across from his desk. "Fuck," he cursed under his breath. "Why do I pay a sales team if they can't fucking bring in new accounts?" I was so incredibly tempted to respond, but instead I bit my tongue. The sales team wasn't the problem. They did bring in potential clients. It was Dante who couldn't close the deal. Dante was actually a good-looking man, yet his personality was disgusting. The quintessential handsome man with dark brown hair, vibrant blue eyes, and a chiseled jaw. He liked to have a personal relationship with all of his clients. At least that was the bullshit he spewed, dazzling them with his charming smile. Many had been snared in the web of charm. Many signed contracts. Unfortunately, his dick always got in the way of business, causing him to cancel lunch meetings to fuck whatever random girls he had on the side. All those canceled meetings resulted in pissed-off people who didn't sign new contracts. Lately, Dante's ego had taken over, and he let customer interactions slide. He was the boss, after all, and therefore he could do whatever he wanted. The numbers told a different story, and this rat was ready to abandon ship for more than one reason. "At least we have Chandelier set up to sign next week," he said as he closed the file. "About that," I trailed off. He groaned and leaned back in his chair. "What now?" "Mike Deacon just called and canceled lunch for next week." "Canceled? Did he say why?" I shook my head. "He's consulting his calendar for a new date." "Shit. We're never going to close this deal." He let out a sigh. I said nothing. There was no reason to bring up what I knew. Rather, I liked seeing him stew. Mike wasted months talking to Dante. Then he realized Dante would never be able to deliver the sort of attention to detail a company like Chandelier demanded. I scanned over the calendar as I tapped my pen against the armrest. "Lynn is coming on Monday." Dante sat straight up, a determined look settling on his angular face. "Lynn, that's the department store chain, right?" I nodded. "They have over 200 locations and are rapidly expanding." "If we can get a hold of them, that could be long-term." He strummed his fingers against the wood top of his desk for a minute before looking to me. "Why don't you come over to my house this weekend so we can work on the pitch?" And it begins. "We can work on that Friday during business hours." He ignored me and attempted to sweeten the idea. "I can order from that Italian place you love." "You love Eduardo's, not me," I reminded him. He waved his hand in the air. "Whatever. We can order a nice dinner." "Dinner?" I asked with a quirked brow. I would never work with him on the weekend, let alone at his home, so it was somewhat